Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Scotty and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my personal experience on getting a boob job done. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so I'm super excited to finally get this vlog out for you guys. I really wanted to share this. But before we get started, I want to make sure that you guys know that I'm not trying to encourage anyone to get their boob jobs done. And I'm not discouraging anybody to get their boobs done as well. This is just me talking about my own personal experience. So this might have been a secret for some of you guys, but I told all of my friends and family it wasn't really a secret. And I really wanted to just do this vlog and get it out there because I don't want any type of negativity in 2020. 2020 is a positive year of accomplishing goals, and I don't want any like rumors or any people saying, oh my gosh, she's hiding it, it's a secret, she got a boob job. Like, no, it's not a secret. I told my family and friends, most of them knew, but I just wanted to just like put it out in the open. I'm very transparent, as you guys have known since like my first vlog. I've always said the truth, and I just didn't want any like bad vibes, bad juju, so I just wanted to get it out there. But if you're here, that means that you're interested and you want to hear about it. So I'm gonna stop just talking about it because I talk a lot. I'm like talking so fast right now because I know this video is gonna be like 30 minutes long. So I did vlog. I will leave you guys with a vlog of the day of the surgery and everything at the end. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with a Q&A. A bunch of people ask me why did you want to get your boobs done? And the reason is just because I wanted my boobs to be bigger, obviously. I don't know why my mom has huge boobs, my grandma has huge boobs, and I ended up with like little oranges. They were like okay, they were like good firm oranges, but I wanted them like bigger and juicier. My mom and my grandma just didn't pass me that gene, and no matter how much I trained chest, no matter how many freaking flies I was doing, I mean, you cannot work out chest every day and your boobs are just gonna get huge. I mean, they could get perky and firm and stay up, but boobs is fat. So that's why when you see a lot of people going through like an extreme weight loss, they lose a lot of their boobs. And that's kind of what I saw when I did my bodybuilding competition last year. I lost a bunch of body fat percentage and my boobs were just like they just went down, and I wasn't feeling like sad about it, but I was looking at other girls that their body just looked like more symmetrical, like they look like an hourglass figure. I'm not saying I just did it because I wanted to like win first place in a bodybuilding competition, but I just wanted clothes to fit nicer, and I just wanted to be able to have like some cleavage and show it off. I didn't want it super huge. I went from a B cup to a C cup, so it wasn't like I went from like an A to a D. It was just like one cup up. And the reason is because I wanted it to look kind of natural. I didn't want to look super fake. And even now, I think if I wouldn't have said anything, I feel like people wouldn't have noticed, because when I wear like a regular shirt and I don't wear like cleavage like this, you can't even really tell that I got a boob job. So maybe I should just shut my mouth and not say anything. But no, I really wanted to let you guys know and talk about this. So yeah, it wasn't like a huge difference, but now I do feel more happy when I wear like a nice dress or like a nice blouse, and like at least you can see it big enough where it doesn't look really vulgar like over here, but it doesn't look like how it used to just look. I mean, just clothes fits nicer. Also, quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm freaking excited because I just reached 1,000 subscribers, guys. I've been in YouTube since like 2015. 5 years it took me to reach 1,000 subscribers. So thank you if you've subscribed. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much. And if it's your first time, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know where you're from. Anna Dominguez left me the question and she said, was it painful? So yes, obviously it's a surgery. It is painful. But I've had way worse pain in my life. I dislocated my elbow once. I've broken my nose. So I feel like my elbow dislocation was more painful than the boob job. It wasn't really like painful. It was more like uncomfortable because you couldn't lift your arms and like you couldn't really like move around that much. So it was uncomfortable during like the first 3 days to a week. I woke up, they had wrapped me around so tight here that my lower back was hurting because I felt like they were just like squeezing my rib cage and everything up here. So when I was laying down and I was in bed rest for like a whole day, My lower back was hurting, just kind of like when you go on a long road trip and you've been sitting for a long time. That's kind of how it felt. But I mean, I guess that's what you have to do when you do a surgery. So my friend Alexis Medina asked me, how much did it cost and how was recovery? Okay, so I have a really big, huge advantage of living in a border town. I live in El Paso, Texas, which is neighboring to Juarez, Chihuahua in Mexico. So a bunch of my family is from Juarez. It's like a very dynamic town mixed with Mexican culture, American culture. I love living here, and I love that I have the ability to just hop over to the bridge, go get whatever I need to get. It's a lot cheaper over there than in El Paso because you're spending in pesos instead of dollars. So I actually heard that one of my aunts, she got some surgery done over there in Juarez, and her doctor was really good, so she recommended me with him. I went and I searched him up, of course, and she set up a meeting, so I went to go meet with him, and I told him kind of what I wanted. He just gave me like a lot of, I feel very comfortable with him, and I feel like a lot of trust with him. So we talked a lot, and I ended up liking him a lot, and it was actually in one of the best hospitals in Juarez because, okay, also you can go to Juarez and get very cheap things, but it can also be very sketchy. I've heard of people going and getting surgery in like a house. Yeah, like you go and like it's an actual house, but it's like it has a surgery room and things like that. So I wanted to go to Juarez, that way it was a little bit cheaper, but I also didn't want to go to a very sketchy place. So I went to like the best hospital in Juarez. It's called Hospital Angeles, which is Hospital Angels, I think. And it's one of the top hospitals, like I said, and it's just a full complete hospital with its emergency room. It has a full top floor of like surgeons. It's like a laboratory, sorry, I don't know how to speak in English. And so it's just like a full equipped hospital, and I felt comfortable there because I knew like if for some reason there was complications or something, they would just transfer me to the emergency room and they would help me there. How much did it cost? It was actually $4,500, which is relatively cheap to other places here in the US. I could have gotten them for like $3,000, $2,500 maybe, but it would have been a very like sketchy place, and I wasn't about to risk my life for boobs. So I decided to go to a good place. It was still cheaper than here in El Paso, and they treated me like royalty. I'll talk more about that right now. How was recovery? It was actually not bad. I still feel like I'm still recovering. I don't think I can do a lot of things that I could normally do. I tried doing a pull-up yesterday, and my girls were like, no girl, get down from there, don't do it. And so I don't feel like I'm fully recovered, but I feel that these 2 months, like the first few days were just uncomfortable. I just felt like I couldn't really lift my arms and stuff. So my mom had to actually help me like shampoo my hair and like brush my hair, really just like my head stuff, because you couldn't lift your arms like literally like this is as much. I couldn't drive for 2 weeks, so my mom was driving me around. I just freaking love my mom. She like made my life so much easier. I don't know what I would do without that woman. So she would help me, like she would take me to work. I got some rides from some friends here and there. So for 2 weeks I couldn't really drive, because you don't think about it, but like driving, like you use a lot of your chest muscles. So for 2 weeks I couldn't drive. After that I could drive. Like I said, recovery wasn't really like I was in pain. It was just uncomfortable. I feel like I'm jumping all over the place. I hope it all makes sense at the end. Another friend asked me, is it something you always wanted to do? So yes, it's something I always wanted to do. I've been wanting to do this for like years and years, but like I was living in Italy and then I came back and stuff, and now I feel like I was in a good place financially and also like stable, and also my mom was here, so I'm glad I did it. And I think I waited enough to where I knew exactly that I did want to do it. It wasn't just like I woke up one day and I was like, oh, I would like to get a boob job. Like, no, I thought about it for a long time. Someone asked me, the feeling of having breast implants, do you feel them inside? Do you feel pressure? I mean, yes, obviously you feel like the first few days, yeah, you're like, oh shit, I have boobs. So you actually like do feel them. But it's not really pressure, not really. You just, I don't know, it's just kind of, at the beginning you do feel like a little bit of pain. It feels like a bruise. Like if you it feels like you freaking did like a really intense chest workout. The first 2 weeks it feels like you're very sore, and then like it starts going away and you just feel like it's a bruise, and you don't feel really a lot of pressure. When I felt pressure is when I tried to do the pull-up. That's when I felt like, ooh, like it really hurt. But other than that, no. And this is might be TMI. Like, I'm sorry if you're a guy and you're watching this. Sorry, this is what girls go through. But a friend asked me, did you lose feelings in your nipples? And this is actually really common. Like a lot of girls that get boob jobs say that they lost their sensation, and I actually did. For like the first two, even like the first month, I felt like I couldn't feel anything. Like I would like touch them or put cream or something, and it just felt like it was numb. So it was really weird. It was just like super weird. I felt like it was numb. I couldn't feel anything. But now I'm starting to get my sensation back. Like little by little I can start feeling things again. So I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go away as the time passes. So it's not like forever. I hope not. I hope I get my sensation back. That would be super sad. She also asked, do you have scarring? So yes, I did get some scarring. It's like right underneath the crease of like your natural crease. So if you put some cream in, like some scarring cream, it will go away. And also like you will wear a bra, I hope, and like, I mean, people are not going to see this part of your boobs unless you're like your husband or your boyfriend or whatever, but they'll love you still. It's okay. I decided to go with a gummy bear implant. A gummy bear implant is basically like a gel type of implant, and it's like a teardrop. So it gives you like a little bit more of a natural shape, and it's actually made out of silicone and saline water. And the reason why I decided to go with a gummy bear implant is because I felt like they were a little bit more safer. So if it ruptures or if there's like a tear or anything, it's just like an actual gummy bear. Like you can cut it and nothing will come out. It will stay in place. So I feel like that was something that I didn't want to worry about, like, oh my god, I have to go get it changed, or I feel like it's leaking or anything like that. So I decided to go with that gummy bear implant. Also, I really was a big deal for me to make sure that I could breastfeed when I have kids. I don't have any kids right now except my puppy Polo. But when I have real kids, I wanted to make sure that I could breastfeed them. What he did is that he put the implant under the muscle, and all of your veins and everything stays intact for you to be able to breastfeed. So that was something that was very important to me. I know there's a lot of breast implants where they say, okay, they're good for like 15 years or 20 years, and you're gonna have to come back and change them after that. So I didn't really want to go over and change them again. And these gummy bear implants last a little bit longer, or at least that's what my doctor said, that it's good. I could change them if I wanted to, but if there's not any problem, there's no reason why you should go back and change them. I went in the night before, I stayed that night, and then in the morning, really early, they prepped me and everything, and I went into surgery super early in the morning. I was surprisingly very calm. I was trying not to freak out. I was just like, okay, just like go with it, just relax. And I'm glad I did. I don't feel like I was really nervous. In that hospital, Angeles, they treated me like royalty. I loved them. There was always a nurse next to me. There was always someone taking care of me. If I needed anything, I would just press a button and they would come. They literally just took me from the bed in like my room. They took me all the way down to the first floor where it's surgeries, and then they just transferred me like beds, and then I waited for them to have like their room ready, and then they give me some like leggings to put on, and it's for like circulation to keep going, and also because it's kind of cold in there. And then I just had this robe on, and then I was ready. So then they took me into the room. I said hi to my doctor. He asked me if I had any questions. I met the anesthesian. So it was my doctor, the anesthesian, like I think another doctor was there, and like 2 or 3 nurses were there. So it was like a whole team. I want to say like 6 people were in that room. So I felt very like secure, and I felt good. No me dio miedo. So then the doctor like made some like marks of what he was gonna do. I didn't have any questions, so he's like, okay, well, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna have boobs. So I was like, okay, cool. So then I lay down, and then they just put like a mask, and literally I like knocked out. I don't know what the heck happened. I didn't feel anything at all. The next thing I knew is that I was in a room, and then I woke up. I was laying down, obviously, and then I started waking up, and I felt a lot of pressure in my chest, and I was obviously like banded, and I woke up like slowly. You know, you're kind of groggy, so you're waking up, you start hearing noises, and you're like, what the heck is going on, what just happened? And then I realized, oh yeah, I got a boob job. And then I just like touched, and I was like, oh my god, I have boobs. So it was pretty cool, like waking up, and literally like 2 minutes after somebody saw me moving it, or like they just noticed that I was awake, a nurse came up and she's like, hi, ¿cómo te sientes? How do you feel? Are you good? Like, do you feel like throwing up? Are you nauseous? So I was like, no, like I'm good. I just feel like you know, like sleepy. I just woke up. She's like, okay, we're gonna give you like a couple of minutes for the anesthesia to pass, to like calm down, and then for you to be more awake, and then we'll take you to your room. So yeah, we just waited a little bit more. When I was ready, a nurse came by. There was always like one main nurse that I knew, so she was like taking care of me the most, and then there was other nurses that would help her. So then they just took me back up to my room. My mom was there waiting for me, and they transferred me over to my bed, and they just said, okay, you have boobs. It was good. Surgery was successful, and you're just gonna have to stay in the bed and do bed rest for like the whole day. So my surgery ended like at 10 a.m. and I had to like the whole day there just to rest. So I did stay overnight, and they fed me. The food was really good. If I needed any help, I would just click the button and a nurse would come. And it was just very, like, they made everything to make me comfortable. The only thing, like I said, was that my back was hurting, but other than that, like, they treated me like royalty. If it was hurting, if I was feeling uncomfortable, they would just come and give me all the drugs that I wanted. So that was pretty cool. But then in the morning, the anesthesian came in, and then she cut open the bandages. She checked me, make sure that everything was good. I asked her whatever questions I had then, and they gave me this special bras that I had to wear. It was pretty much like a clip here, like the clips in the back of the bras, but here in the front there was some clips here too, to like adjust however much you need. And then you had like these two like stretchy band things, and you would just put them here, and it's kind of to like make the implants like settle good. So I had to wear those bras. They gave me two of them. I had to wear that bra for like, I want to say a whole month. Then I went back to my doctor a week later, and he just checked, everything looked good. And then I went back a month later, and that's when he cleared me for me to be able to be back at the gym. So I'm back at the gym now, but I'm not doing like super intense stuff. I'm just kind of trying to ease my way back in. But other than that, it's just like the 2 weeks of not driving, and then not really doing anything crazy. You just feel sore, you feel like a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not really painful. Like, recovery was pretty good. Now looking back at it, it wasn't really like a big deal. Did I miss any questions? My friend Daisy also asked me, has Oscar seen them? So Oscar's my husband, and no, he's currently deployed right now. He hasn't seen them, at least not in person. So yeah, it's his surprise when he comes home. It's one thing that I do kind of not regret, but if I could go back and I could do it again, I'll probably get them a little bit bigger. I know here on the video it looks like they look big, but in real life, like, they still look kind of big. I mean, they're good. I like them. I told them that I wanted like a C cup, because I didn't want to go like super like D, but I feel like they look super nice and perky because it was just after surgery, so they were still swollen. But now that they've kind of settled a little bit more, I would have liked them to be like a little bit more like perkier up. They're still good, I still love them, but I feel like if I could go back, I would just get them like a tiny bit bigger, not super huge, but like just a little bit bigger. I hope that I answered all of your questions. If you still have any questions, or if I forgot to answer yours, just go ahead and leave them on the comments below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next vlog. Ciao!
Let me just start from the beginning, because I feel like it's like all over. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you would like to see more cool videos like this. I don't even know if this is a cool video or not. Wait, so I decided to do them. Chao. No me gustó como dije eso. Voy a decir bye. Digo bye o adiós. Hasta la vista. Hasta la vista, baby. Hasta la vista, baby. Still recording.